The door is broke right here, as you can see. It doesn't have a latch on it, so we use a chain now to lock it up. And that's where he came in. He lifted the door up, and right here, as you can see, it's been kicked in or tampered with, if you would call it. And he made his way through here while we were all asleep. Quiet, I guess. I don't know why nobody heard him around here. And then into here, this is where the boys slept. This is where they were sleeping that night. They slept in the bed. He just came in, just stood over him, just watched him. The cameras are here, directly at the crib, watching. He just picked him up, took him back that way, carried him, just like carried him. Brought him back this way and just took him back out that way. And from there,
Cartel members, Anons, Facebook friends, Twitter followers, random YouTube viewer, thanks for joining me. My name is Julio Hawkes and I am the Theorizing Theorist. We're going to be going over the Cash Gernon case a little bit more in depth today. We found out some interesting info and I'm going to try to go over it real quick. I got all the interviews. The son, who is now, I do believe, being suspected of being the person in the first black and white image, the infrared image. If you notice in the second image, the killer, the brown guy, I think that's his last. Anyway, the black gentleman, he comes back in different clothes and shoes and not covered in blood. Now people are wondering and speculating on that. Now understand this: the FBI has gotten wind of all these rumors about this Monica Sherrod lady. So I'm sure either they're involved and are going to protect her, or they're not involved and they're going to get her, unless she's not involved, and then they're gonna leave her alone. Either way, guys, rest assured that the FBI seems to be savvy to these theories that we're all coming up with. Now, other interesting things that are coming up: the Monica Sherrod is trying to gain money on a GoFundMe. Let me know what you think about that in the comment section below. If she's innocent and she really was watching after these kids like they say, then, I don't know. I don't know why she would need money. But anyway, it seems like Daily Mail paid her for these interviews, so that's another interesting aspect of that. And their demeanor in these interviews, it really appears as if they're laughing, they're hiding delight, what is it called? Delighters dupe or something like that, duper's delight. It's a smile you give when you're duping somebody, when you're tricking somebody. So we're gonna check out these interviews. Let me know what you guys think in the description below. Please be sure to subscribe, like, share, follow, all that good stuff, and donate if you can to my PayPal, Cash App, or Venmo for more stories like this and more good investigative, independent journalism. At least I think so. So anyway, guys, let's get into these interviews that are kind of hard to find right now, and I'll see you guys later. And as always, you guys know the routine. To God be the glory.
The sweetest little boy. He loved everybody. The biggest smile ever.
Mori lived in the same home as the 4-year-old. He says he woke up and the child was missing.
I got up, I'm talking about in my shorts, no socks, no shoes, no shirt, running around the neighborhood looking for him. And I run down over there.
Mori's mother had been taking care of the child. Police say his biological father dropped him off at their home back in March, and she lost contact with him.
She can't stop crying. She's been crying for it ever since. She don't know what to do. She thinks it's her fault. I tell her it's not. There's no reason for this. Like, what he did was wrong.
Brown, who also lives in the same neighborhood, was out on bond for an unrelated charge at the time of the murder. Fox 4 spoke to one of his family members off camera. They claim he suffers from mental health problems. It's still unclear if Brown knew the boy. Mori says he recognizes Brown from school but has no idea why this would happen.
It's a 4-year-old kid, bro. Like, for what? It was the sweetest boy ever. He loved, like, y'all right here. He'd be so happy to run out here. Like, what's up, y'all?
At the house where Dallas police say 4-year-old Cash Gernon was kidnapped, Kamron Mori, who lives here, says he's as hurt as he is confused.
Like, why? He was 4, you know? Like, who does this to 4-year-old kids? You know what I'm saying? For what? Just for no reason? Just because you want to be evil?
Mori says his mother dated Cash's father until he left months ago, leaving Cash and his twin brother in their care. Until Saturday morning, when Mori's mother claims this man, Darian Brown, kidnapped Cash.
Because we got cameras all over the place in my house. It shows him coming in. Took him while he was asleep. While he's asleep. Carried him out of my house while he's asleep. If I could right now, I'd switch my place for his. I love this little boy.
Police arrested Brown, charging the 18-year-old with kidnapping and theft. Mori insists Brown was just a friend of his brother and would always walk around the neighborhood. You're saying that he randomly...
Random, yes, random out of nowhere, for no reason. There's no reason for none of this. There's no, like, it's not from revenge, not from hate, not from none of that. Not to get back at us, nothing. He loved to play superheroes. He always thought he was Iron Man.
Oh, he was happy. He was a happy baby. He, eager to learn. He was very eager to learn. He wanted to know how to read so bad. He always said, what does that say? And what's that say? And then what's that say? Oh, man.
Was he a happy child?
He was a very happy child. Very, very, very happy. And he was, like I said, eager to learn. He loved bugs. I don't like bugs. Cash would chase me with bugs. And he thought it was funny. Cash was more outspoken than Carter. Cash was the leader. He was the one that showed Carter how to do everything. Carter's the smart boy. Cash was the one that was brave enough to follow through with everything. So, Cash was he loved school. He loved, like I said, reading. He loved books. He used to read to them every night. And he always wanted me to read the same book over and over again.
And you went to shrine to him for the first time yesterday.
Yes.
And you laid down his favorite toy.
His dinosaur. He loved the dinosaur. It was given to him by my son Landon. And Cash, I have so many videos and pictures of him running around the house with that dinosaur. He will be missed here very much. Very much so. Cash was like my own son.
Can you tell me a little bit about the day?
Yeah. I woke up a little late because, like I said, Cash didn't wake me up. Cash is normally the one that wakes me up. In the morning, we get up about 7. We eat the breakfast, and then we get ready for school. That's what they called it. And we'd sit at the table and do our ABCs and our shapes and our colors, and then I'd let them go play, and then we'd do lunch and then naps. The day that he was missing, I got up late and I thought it was weird. It was kind of like, it's 10 o'clock, you guys, already. You waited late to wake Mommy up, so I figured Cash was still in bed. My son is who walked in the room and said, "Where's Cash at, Carter?" Because they're never separate. They don't separate. And Carter goes, "He went outside. He went out front." So we believed Carter, you know what I'm saying? And so my boys started looking for him, and I started screaming, "Cash, if you're hiding from Mommy, it's not funny anymore. Come out, it's time for breakfast." He wouldn't answer, so I called 911.
Did you look for him around the house?
Yes, they went all the way around the block. My boys did. They went all the way up this alleyway. They walked all the way down to the little corner, you know, yelling for Cash. And he wasn't answering, and I knew something was wrong, something. In my mind, I knew, so I called 911 and told them I couldn't find Cash. And they said, "When did I notice he was gone?" I said, "Immediately when I got up, when Carter woke me up. We noticed Cash was gone, and I didn't even think about their surveillance system."
When did you look at the surveillance?
When we were at the detective's office, my son, I was crying and I was confused and like in a million pieces and praying to God they would still find Cash, and that little boy wasn't Cash. I kept telling my daughter, "That's not Cash." And she said, "Mommy, it has to be. Nobody else is missing a baby." And I said, "No, it's not Cash." And when my son had went into his interview, Matthew was the last to be interviewed, he remembered all of a sudden, "Mom has cameras." And I when you're going through something like that, you don't think about all of that. All you think about is your baby that's missing. And when they said, "Mom has cameras," I rewinded the cameras, and there he was, the boy taking my son out of his bed. I freaked out. I'm sure my kids heard me. I was devastated. I started screaming because my daughter kept telling me, "Mom, somebody did this. Mom, somebody did this to our baby." And I'm like, "No, they didn't. He's gonna be found. They're gonna find him." And they did do it. They took him. Why would they hurt him? He was 4. He was like this big, like he was so little. He wasn't even the size of a 4-year-old. He was so tiny. I can't do this anymore, I'm sorry. I can't.
Can you just tell me where you saw the...
Okay. It looks like all torn apart. I've got the surveillance if you want to see it. No clue he was even taken. I thought Cash got out. I thought he got out the front door. So we all did. My son, him, and my son Matthew were looking for him. And when 10 minutes into it, I called 911 because I realized he didn't just get out. We couldn't find him. Somebody took him or something. And so I called 911.
Alright guys, thanks for joining me here for the Easter egg. If you don't know, sometimes I like to sneak these on the end when I realize I left something out. Now, the thing I realized I left out was, where's the dad? I do think the dad may have been killed. Now, another thing I wanted to point out was that the mother said that she told the son that she didn't want to see that guy around anymore and that they were friends, correct? So why, in another interview, did the son say that he didn't know the gentleman? He had seen him at school, but that's about it. Very, very interesting. I hope the FBI picked up on that little tidbit lie that might be able to break wide open this case. So again, that's all I have for you. If you guys appreciate my investigative journalism journalistic efforts, please consider donating or tipping me in the description section below. I have a PayPal, I have a Cash App, I have a Venmo. Really helps keep me motivated and getting videos out, more videos out, and more quickly. So anyway, that's all I got. To God be the glory.